Hey tech builders, welcome to Tech Talks with Paul. Today we're going to talk about Nitro Portal for games, and whether it's just for Web 2 or Web 3, and what if I already have a Web 3 game? What does it do for me? Can I even use it? What if I don't want to use Web 3 anymore? I don't want to pull it out of the game. So there's a lot of different ways you can use the portal. We had a call with an awesome project recently, and they kind of were expressing that they have clients that some of them are Web 2 and they want to get into Web 3, but they really don't know what they're doing. Some of them are Web 2 and want to get into Web 3 and they do know what they're doing, but they kind of need a little bit of help. And then there's also the Web 3 games that are out there and Web 3 projects that just want to remove blockchain. So today we're going to talk a little bit about what can the Nitro Portal do for each of these different types of projects. All right, so Nitro Portal for games. So we have two different types. We have games without blockchain and games with blockchain. Now, so a game without blockchain, if you watch any of my previous videos on Nitro Portal where I fully explained everything, you'll see that you can go with a fun non-blockchain game, and we hook up to the game database backend, which connects to the Nitro Portal, which connects you to blockchains. And so this makes an extremely simple and easy way to implement blockchain into a Web 2 game, into a standard game that has no blockchain, without actually integrating blockchain in the game itself. When you integrate the game blockchain directly into games, what you end up with is security issues, clunkiness. You basically break all of the fun. So that's why we put a fun non-blockchain game. But then if you have a game with blockchain, there's two options here. You can expand to new chains, and use external NFTs, or you can remove blockchain altogether. Now, if you have a game that's with blockchain and you want to expand to new chains and external NFTs, now this is actually really, really powerful. So a lot of the blockchains out there, or the games that are out there, when they integrate blockchain, they integrate a specific chain into their game. Sometimes it's a popular chain, sometimes it's not a very popular chain, but the gas price or the gas fees are really low. So now they're stuck with a chain that may or may not have the traction that they're looking for. Sorry, my dog just walked in. They may or may not have the users. And then who knows, maybe along comes another blockchain that's really popular and they want to jump in on the hype. So what they end up with is they're kind of stuck. Now you could take an actual Web 3 game, so I have a blockchain game that's on a single blockchain, integrate the portal on the back end without changing your blockchain integration at all. It doesn't touch your blockchain integration. But you can integrate the Nitro Portal on the back end, and now you have access to all of the blockchains that Nitro Portal supports, which is any EVM compatible chain. So not only can you use those blockchains, but you can actually use the NFT collections on those blockchains. So you can use partner NFTs, or you can even expand your existing NFT collection. So expand your NFT collection to other chains. So maybe you have NFTs on Avalanche and it's integrated directly into your game, but you decide that, Base is going really well right now. So let's expand our NFT collection over on Base, so I can have some of my assets on Base, some of them on Avalanche. Well, trying to integrate multiple chains in your game can get cluttered and very messy. If you integrate the portal, you can have the best of both worlds. You can add external NFT collection. Now this gets really exciting because now you can start taking NFT collections that you don't even own and actually integrate those as assets when you're within your game, and work with partners and expand your influence and expand your customer base. It's massive. And then participate in new or hyped blockchains. And that's specifically when new blockchains come out, they might be doing well, they might get a lot of new money inflow, and it'd be nice to be able to put an NFT collection over there and actually participate in that blockchain, even if you have an existing Web3 game, so you're not stuck in the blockchain that you originally developed for. And then there's another type, and this is where a Web3 game wants to completely remove blockchain because they want to focus on the game. They want to focus on keeping a game fun. And that's exactly how games should be. Games should not be so clunky and painful to use that they're not fun anymore. And that's the problem we have in Web3 gaming right now, is that the games just end up being not fun. And they lose their fun factor because they're not focused on the right thing, which is a fun game. Blockchain should not be an inhibitor. It should be an extra bonus, an add-on, a plus. And by using the Nitro Portal on the back end, you could do that. So we actually have one client that we're actually working with where we'd be pulling Web3 completely out of the game and then using Nitro Portal to be able to give them the same functionality they had before, which is NFTs mapped to assets when they're game and being able to work back and forth, but they don't have to worry about the Web3 in the game itself. So they can actually focus on being game developers and keeping the game fun and keeping the game interesting. So when you pull it out, players aren't required to use blockchain, game stays fun, simple onboarding process. So that's the beauty part, is once you've actually integrated the API on the back end, the Nitro Portal, then you actually have access to all of the other chains we support, and you also have access to all of the other games we support for partners. So it can actually get pretty massive. Cross-game, cross-chain. Now this also gets really interesting because of the way the Nitro Portal works on the back-end database. You're no longer locked in to a specific platform. Almost every game out there uses a database of some kind. So you could actually have assets from PlayStation, PC, Mac, Xbox, iOS, Android, anything out there, because it doesn't matter what your actual platform is. It's all about the database and the API that we integrate with the database. On-chain security. So now you're using standard security, standard blockchain security. So it's not some custom implementation of security specifically for the API for Unreal Engine or Unity or whatever. It's just standard blockchain security. And then there's no in-game delays. That's always a big problem with blockchain in games. So how do we elevate the user experience? Effortless gameplay, enhanced trust, security, and enjoyment-first design. I put that in the middle because I think that's really important. When it comes to games, you want enjoyment first. You want to have pleasure. You want to enjoy the game, have fun, have challenge. And the problem with Web3 and gaming right now is it's focused on the play to earn. It's focused on monetization and all of those kind of things rather than actually being focused on being games, good games. Instant access across games and no learning curve. So if you're interested in reaching out to us, take a look at the links here. Reach out to us on Instagram, Telegram, X, and get in touch with us, and we'll help you integrate your game, integrate the portal into your game, or help you take blockchain out, whatever works for you. But there's a lot of opportunities with the Nitro Portal. Until next time, keep building awesome tech.